Go ahead, Rajita.
So when I say about pimpable, it is not just about materialistic things that I wanted. This
Hmm.
is much beyond that. So when I was getting distracted, based on whatever path I need to focus upon, so I didn't want it to be connected to some energies and people. So I didn't
Hmm.
know what to do that time. It was already way past my that comfort zone where I can come back easily back home.
Hmm.
But then I just put a thought in Pink Bubble for 2 days and told, please help me. I don't know what to do. I need to hold myself, stay in control, and start my practices back.
Hmm.
I'm not up to that level yet, but I know that. So I know that for sure very soon I'll be able to get back. But at least that one thought has got me back to that conscious level where I know
Hmm.
to pause.
Wonderful.
So
So
yeah,
awareness, right? It helped.
yeah.
Your awareness helped you and brought you back, right? Actually, I
Thank
have a
you.
similar experience, Rachita. So a few days back, as I was doing my bag practice and all, and I got a thought, yeah, yeah, okay. So relationship is very good with the husband now. So I think I don't have to write a blessing on that relationship. Let me focus on others. And just after few days, tomorrow there is a big list of complaints from another side. Okay. And I also started realizing that somewhere or the other, the ego has started popping up in the relationship from my side also. I'm getting very easily irritated. Even on a small thing, I'm like shouting, like, how can you say this to me? How can you be like this to me? How can you be this and that, right? So how I also got my awareness back that how I was thinking that everything is okay in the relationship now. I don't have to write a blessing. And that's how universe is just telling me in next few days, how come you still have to write down? You always have to write down. So my consciousness or my awareness helped me to realize where I was still have to make a progress within myself. So I understood what ego, which is a block and what is not helping me to connect with him firmly, right? There is still a bit of resistance to work on it, which I have to release through release process. But at least the realization has surfaced, right? I'm still acting as stubborn girl in front of him, which is making him again angry. But inside, I've decided that I have to work on, and I am going to work on it, right? So that is also my realization on similar terms, like what is this? And some in other relationship also. What happened is whenever I'm saying something, a counteract is coming. I'm saying this happens like this, and the other person is saying no, this doesn't happen like this. Now there is a need within us, within me, which says I am right. So I'm like, no, 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 this happens like this only. And somewhere a bit 1 or 2 points I exaggerated by making an argument. I immediately realized why I did that. First of all, why that counteract came from a person from whom the counteracts never come so frequently. From that person, on the two incidences, I've got this counteract. And then I understood, okay, you said because you wanted to prove yourself right. That's why the counteract happened and the counter thing happened. Even I was right in that situation. Still the counterpart happened for me. And then I was also having a need to say, no, no, I am only right. And then my husband also pointed out that incident today, saying that whenever such incidences happen, don't try to say that, okay, you are right or that. Just say, okay, okay, fine, you're okay, you're right. Give the opportunity to other person instead of taking it on yourself and finish the matter there. Don't drag it. So I said, yeah, yeah. I understood. I mean, yeah, yeah. Previous Priya would have not understood and made a big fight in that. How can you tell me? Go and tell that person. I was right only, right? How can you say this to me? So, but I didn't do that. I realized that yes, it was my part. right? So that's how small, small realizations can make our life easier. So thank you for sharing, Rachita. Please go ahead now.
Just a
Yeah,
very
letting
small
go of our
thing.
need to be right. Absolutely, Meenakshi.
So the thing is, Pihu had been to Kumbh Mela. Sorry, Priyanka. Priyanka had been to Kumbh Mela, and she was not responding to my calls or my texts. I was kind of worried. My negative brain, which is never active, suddenly started getting active. Oh my God, what has happened to her? Is she ignoring me? I'm sure she's back. But then she chose to ignore me. Did I do something? Yes, I've been gossiping so much, so many thoughts. And I was like, wow, Rachita, you think too well of yourself. And our mutual friend also is not responding. And Priyanka left the group. I
Hmm.
was like, what's happening? Did I just mess up the friendship? I don't have friends. I don't have anyone around me. My mom is angry at me. Everything
Hmm.
is falling apart. What's wrong? Then I realized, relax. That's you who's emitting all this. Don't blame anyone. Just see what you've done. And then I called her today twice continuously. And then I realized she's actually not well. And then I prayed for her and I was like, okay, fine. It's not always about you.
Hmm.
They have something else
Absolutely.
going on. And even
So
the
how
other
much
friend.
stories we cook inside, right? Our head. Wonderful stories, this and that and that and this and this, and right? But our awareness can keeps us in check always, and it can help us not to drag ourselves to this level. Right? Very nice, Rachita. Wonderful sharing again. Thank you. And thank you, Meenakshi ji, for mentioning point number 3. Let go of your need to be right. Yes, absolutely. Let go of the need to be right. Actually, Wayne Dyer's book has helped me so much to create a beautiful relationships, especially with my partner. Every moment I was reading this book and every incident that was coming in my life, how frequently I've applied this knowledge in my life, and it has created a beautiful foundation for me, you know, and everything was set. But yes, it has to be maintained as well. Maintenance is important. Creation is okay, but maintenance is important. Maintaining is very, very important. So I have to maintain it by being in that energy always. Okay. Okay. We'll do with our session now. We'll start with our creative. Yes, Gauriji.
No, as you said, no, maintaining is very important. Even though
Hmm.
I'm doing this practice for last 1.5 years, no, day before yesterday, I shouted at my husband.
Hmm.
Then I realized ego clashes. So
Exactly.
I'm immediately able to pick up the point where this got triggered and all. Then I
Hmm.
immediately asked sorry. My
Wow.
my daughter also shocked. Why sudden raise and then immediately sudden raise. No,
You're
I
saying
immediately
sorry.
got. I was thinking of something special about me, and that makes that. I mean, he also kept quiet somehow, but the fault is with me. I understood.
Beautiful.
So
Wonderful understanding.
uh, we have every minute, no, with awareness only. I'm acting. That kind of an attitude has got developed. Everything I'm
Hmm. Hmm.
just consciously thinking why this is happening, why I'm reacting. Like many a times, Meenakshi used to say, "No, you have to be like an observer." So now I'm observing many of things and able to come out of that issue. Even in office, also, like some politics will happen, so somebody will come and discuss about that issue with me, and they think that I will also get into that and behind talk. So
Hmm.
I say, no, no, whatever happens, we will concentrate on our work and complete and go. No, this and all. Not permanent issues. This will get resolved. As no,
Absolutely.
that maturity has come, I believe.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wonderful, Gauri.
Uh,
And
yeah,
Meenakshi ji has put a wonderful point again. Let go of your need to be superior, which is also
yeah,
important. Wonderful,
We are
Meenakshi ji.
we are discussing on the 7 point
Hmm.
today.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you
So I
are
think
one.
Meenakshi ji, you have gone through MPPS sessions, right?
Yeah, I watched your video last.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you so much for going through it, Meenakshi ji,
Yeah,
and coming up
I
with.
listened to it and I made it as a
Wonderful, yeah.
small recap, all the 7 points. So
Wow.
I wanted you also to read and enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah,
So when you relate this experience, you can share it from that point.
exactly. And I want to read
First
your
point is
message.
let go of being offended.
Ah,
Exactly. And I want to read Meenakshi ji's message. Meenakshi ji, you've written beautifully. Letting go of the need to be right frees you from conflict, and it strengthens your connection with that source energy. When you choose kindness and understanding over ego driven arguments, you create happiness and harmony both within yourself and in your relationships. What a wonderful thought. And we are learning this, knowing this, but in that heat of the moment, what I know is me, right? And you will notice some or the other way, whenever we will lack in our practices, such thoughts come in. So that is also an particular, also for us, that we have to begin with our practices, right? Our practices is somewhere lacking. So I have not been able to do release process so frequently. And today, a blow has happened, like, and telling me this is what happens when you don't do your workouts properly, right? The energy goes completely drained. I'm not feeling like doing anything, not feeling like talking, not feeling like, just like this, body is like this, and how much I have to release this resistance which is surfacing. I've realized this, right? So that's so important. Workouts are very, very important, as this is an understanding and a reminder for me as well. Let's go ahead now.
added to that, Priya,
Yeah.
one more point. What I feel is you can be as you are instead of because we are reading and we want to apply all these things. That itself is creating some. So even after knowing all these things, I could not apply that kind of a guilty feeling we are having. So we are taking some effort
Exactly.
to balance ourselves. Sometimes in a busy road or anything, we wanted to walk and uh, cross over that something. But when heavy rush comes, no, you no need to walk. That itself will lead you to the
Yeah,
next
stay
level, right?
there. Hold yourself. That itself is
So
enough.
there is no need to feel guilty for being that way or this way.
Exactly.
This part of the time you have to be like this and experience karma by being
Absolutely.
angry, by being guilty. That is also a part of our karma. Side by side, we are learning all these things. Both will get balanced one day, and when you look back, no, it will be a very wonderful experience.
Absolutely.
So not to
And
feel guilty.
exactly. And feeling guilty means critic.
Yeah, because we are taking another extra effort that's not required. Actually, you are whole, complete, and perfect one.
Yes.
So whatever you do, they will also understand. Okay, because of her age, because of her circumstance, she will be like this, and she will. So that observer, why I am insisting, your observer only creating your own Priya, your own mother-in-law, your own husband, something, all only in the observer condition. That is only misleading us everywhere. We are not seeing the real husband part or mother-in-law, whoever the other person. We are all seeing as our own reflection. That is why we couldn't able to handle it.
Wonderful. Very nice, Meenakshi ji. I
So
mean,
only when we get
words
that
are only
angry,
magical.
huh?
Your words are magical the way you're saying, completely synced within.
Yeah. So that's what I understood, that when I get angry, this is what we are reading now. Ego driven and angry. Take that time. Acknowledge that you are angry. Be with that angry girl for some time. Cry with her if you want. But afterwards, you will get the wisdom.
Come
Within
on.
2 or 3 seconds, you will get that wisdom.
Absolutely. So, as you said, being an observer, the more you observe, easily you'll be able to come out. Right? But
Exactly.
being observing is also a skill. We start participating immediately. Now
We
next
want to, that seven intention, we want to either feel
practice.
superior or being right or being offended. Somewhere we want that because of our age and practice.
Exactly. Exactly. Very nice. Thank you, Meenakshi ji.
Yep.
And today I was mentioning one point in mirror work journey. Universe sees our efforts, not results. So not results that Priya is not able to achieve this in 2 years. She said she will, but she is not. But it sees the efforts. Priya has been taking this effort from last 2 years for this particular thing. So the best part is universe sees our efforts and our efforts are always acknowledged. Always acknowledged. This is the beauty. Yeah, Angel, you have a question. Please go ahead.
So I wanted to ask कि sometimes like family members or anyone may say something and sometimes you perceive it in a different manner, but you are hurt and you want to communicate this to the other person. So, should I communicate or not? But at the same time, I realize that somewhere it's ego a little bit. But then when I surrender, so I feel, but I want that person to, know this, ki, हाँ, maybe this is something that she's sensitive about. And maybe, this is something that it can hurt her. So next time, maybe that person can also do something. So that is my question. In this scenario,
So,
what should
so
I
to
do?
answer for yourself only, what is the
Mm.
main thing in between here, Angel, that you think you're missing? One of the most important things that one has to look for is in this particular situation is
She want to convey somewhere that she is
Yeah.
correct and she needs support. Not not the other person to take any negative out of.
but reflection, raw of reflection.
Mm. But
Everybody is my mirror, right?
right. So, like somebody is doing something that you don't like, and you have told that person ki, I don't like this, don't do this. But then why that person is doing? And
Law of
then you again
reflection.
get hurt that,
Because
Completely,
it is
completely
only
agree.
dislike for you, not for them.
Exactly.
yeah.
Wonderful, actually, wonderful point by Meenakshi, right? And why it is a dislike for me, why it is triggering me, which part
Mm.
of me is looking, I mean, every time it is a lesson, right? So what lesson is involved in particular situation for me, which is creating this discomfort for me, are the questions. So if you will go through day number 5, no, day number 4,
So
whenever there is an uncomfortable situation, ask yourself 4 questions. How am I contributing to this problem? If you will go through those questions, I think and if you journal them, Angel, they are
Mm.
going to wonderfully help you come out of this. I actually want to reinforce it again here. So let me open and share it with you. Probably it will help you and someone else also who would be looking for the same answers.
Okay.
And these questions are wonderful. Let me just quickly see. Number
I
4.
tell you one thing. I did journal. I tried to release whatever was in my mind, and it came out to be, it is so small. Why are you being triggered by such small things?
But
Why?
if you find a deeper answer, it will dissolve immediately,
Yes.
right? So remember, when something that's happening in your life doesn't feel comfortable for you, you have an opportunity to look inside and ask, how am I contributing to this experience? What is it within me that believes I deserve this? How can I change this belief? How can I forgive myself and my past and learn to let go and move on? If you will answer these 4 questions, the whole story will get clear. In fact, the deeper story, subconscious story, will will be revealed to you, Angel. And answers are astonishing. They are never on the conscious level.
It It
They
clicked
come from a
something in
very
my
deep
mind.
level.
It clicked something.
Exactly. Right? And that is how it is going to help you, Angel, right? Try it, Angel. Wonderful opportunity you have got through this person. Right? Try it. Maybe something will come for you and it will help you. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead for our session. Quickly, we will close after doing one chapter. So now using creative visualization as a tool, now part 2 we are starting with, right? So there is a small quote by Matthew. She's I think this is from Bible. So let's read it. Ask and it shall be given. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asked received, and he that seeked find, and to him that knocked it shall be opened. So whatever you ask for, it is given to you. Whatever you seek, you find it out. And whatever you knock, it opens for you, right? For everyone who asks, receive it, who seek, finds it, and who knocks it, it is definitely going to open for them. Right? So this is the law of universe. And now making creative visualization part of your life. Let's go ahead. Who would like to go ahead today and read it? Anyone would like to go ahead and read it today?
Can I, Priya?
Okay, please go ahead, Gauriji. Thank you so much for coming forward.
Making creative visualization part of your life. As you can see from part 1, the basic technique of creative visualization is not difficult. The important thing now is to learn to use it in a way that really works for you, that helps you to make positive change in your life. In order to use creative visualization most effectively, it's helpful to understand certain concepts and learn some further techniques.
Exactly. So now she says the important thing now is that you learn to use it in your life in the way that it works for you, right? That helps to create the positive change in your life. So in order to use creative visualization most effectively, it's helpful if you will understand certain more concepts and some techniques that she's going to suggest now. Let's go ahead, Gauriji.
The most important thing to remember is to use creative visualization often to make it a regular part of your life. Most people seem to find that it works best to practice it at least a little every day, especially when they are first learning.
Yes. So every day we
And
have to do it. Regularly we have to do it so that we can find it easy to do it and we can find the benefit of it. That's what she's saying.
I suggest that you have a regular creative visualization meditation period for 15 minutes or so each morning when you wake up and each evening before sleeping. These are the times when it is most effective, as well as the middle of the day if you can manage that. Always start your meditation periods with deep relaxation, then follow with any visualizations or affirmations you wish. There are many different ways that creative visualization can be used, and it's up to you to remember to try them at appropriate times. Conscious creative visualization may mean a new way of thinking, a new way of living. As such, it will take some practice.
Yes, yes. So everything is about practice. She says always start your meditation period. So 15 minutes morning, evening when it works the best. And whenever you're starting, start with deep relaxation of your whole body and then start with whatever visualization or affirmations you want to do. She says conscious creative visualization may mean a new way of thinking and a new way of living your life. As such, it is going to take some practice to do it, right? So let's say I have always been living in a lack consciousness. Now I create a visualization where I always think from abundant consciousness. Every situation. So I'm putting some thoughts in my visualization, how this particular situation I tackled, or some situation happened, I actually handled with my lack consciousness, but I do a visualization where I recreate the situation and I see it completely from an abundance point of view. And then I just felt that how things are going to sort out for me in an amazing way, and how solutions appeared for the problem, and how the problem got dissolved, and it just happened for me, right? So what I did is consciously created it, but frequently we have to do it so that it works, and we learn how to make it happen for us with some practice, right? Yes, Kauriji, please go ahead, try it out in different situations.
Try it out in different situations and under different circumstances and use it as often as you can for any type of problem solving. If you
Wonderful.
find yourself right, if you find yourself worried or puzzled about anything, or feeling discouraged or frustrated about a problem, ask yourself there is a way you could use creative visualization to help you. Form a creative habit of using it at every appropriate moment.
Exactly, right? She says try out in different situation circumstances. She says, or use it often as any type of problem solving. For any problem solving, just try it. You may find yourself worried or puzzled about anything, or you're feeling discouraged or frustrated about a problem. Ask yourself how you can take creative visualizations help. How you can just sit and think about a problem and you are completely dissolving it by finding a solution in your imagination, right? Do anything with it. It doesn't cost anything, right? And how wonderful it is when you feel that how the problem is completely gone now. It's dissolved and you got a wonderful solution for it, right? Form a creative habit of using it every appropriate moment you can. Okay. Let's go ahead, Meenakshi. Gauriji.
I have one thing to say here. Like, I handle my team, no? So all the time they will come with some problems only to me, thinking that it is a very big one. And because of that, connected activity, they are not able to complete and all, no? Then I say, like, please sit, relax for some time. Uh, then I will try to sort out, and that time, no, I will not be having that consciousness lack of. So because of that, so if I think in the same way, no, I may not be a leader. Leadership is apart from that. I'm
Mhm.
using this approach, like conscious of when it's like everything will have solution, and it will be easily solved like that. First I'll use to give them courage, confidence and all. Then I'm able to
Make it.
definitely, yeah, make it happen.
Wonderful.
So nowadays, no, I'm finding myself confident, and like, even though a lot of like other way of issues are there in my office, no, I changed myself. That itself is changing the situation, like the relationship as well as the respect. Everything that comes automatically if I have the positive mindset to talk with the team as well as with other team heads and all. So I
Wonderful.
just want
Very
to
nice.
say,
Wonderful,
yeah,
Gauriji.
thank
And
you,
how
thank
you
you.
can imagine that how your team is becoming self-reliant, and
Uh,
how quickly they come up with a problem and immediately they only solve their problem, saying, ma'am, you know what, just sharing a problem with you, we get our solutions, and this is what I think I can do, and my problem, I mean, this particular thing is just gone, and you're feeling so happy, that
yeah.
they're becoming independent, and they are, I mean, you're becoming the best team and you're becoming the best leader there. So you can just imagine like that also, Gauriji, to go to the next level.
Uh, uh, this I tried out actually. Last time I only presented everything, all the reports, and this time I made my next person to present it, and got more confidence. And he came out of the meeting and uh, shared his experience with other members, and he said, "I was so happy. All guidance from her only I learned. I felt so happy. I said, this is what I want.
Yeah.
I don't want to carry anything for myself. I want this knowledge sharing should be there.
Others.
Even at your levels, you have to do this.
Exactly.
Elevate your assistants also like that, I said.
Wonderful. Very nice,
Thank you,
Gauriji.
thank you,
So, I mean,
thank you.
that is actually a sign of a true leader. Right? Very nice. Thank you,
Yeah,
Gauriji.
thank you.
So don't
Don't
feel discouraged. Let's go ahead. Yeah, please
uh,
go ahead, Gauriji.
don't feel discouraged if you don't immediately feel totally successful with your creative visualization. Remember that most of us have years of negative thought patterns to overcome. It takes time to change some of these life